Tonight, if you're somewhere with low enough light pollution, you might see the first fireflies of the season. The firefly doesn't reflect light, it generates it from within, through a chemical reaction so precise and so specific that the light it produces is almost entirely cold, almost no energy lost to heat. The most efficient light source in the natural world, not borrowed from the sun, generated from the inside and released on its own terms. Today is also Fashion Revolution Day. I'm Raphael St. James. At H2P Collective, we work with people and teams to use their problems as the doorway to their goals. We have a 5-step framework called synovial space that takes a systems thinking, multi-dimensional approach to attaining goals. Fashion Revolution Day exists because of a specific event. April 24th, 2013, the Rana Plaza garment factory in Bangladesh collapsed. Over 1,100 workers died producing fast fashion for Western consumers who never saw the factory, never knew the names of the people inside it, never asked the question the entire movement now centers on. Who made this? Not as an accusation, as an honest accounting. Behind every polished exterior, there is a real cost, real people, real conditions, real restrictions hidden behind the presentation. I want to ask that question about something closer to home. There's a version of success that looks exactly right from the outside. The title, the income, the recognition, an acquired persistent feeling underneath all of that none of it is quite enough. Who made that? And what did it cost? That story was made somewhere in a specific moment under specific conditions by a version of you that was responding to a specific environment with the information available at the time. And it has been producing at a significant cost ever since, without the label, without the honest accounting of what it's actually built on. You can't win an argument against the narrative about worth using evidence, because the narrative will just raise the threshold of evidence required. The promotion came, the threshold moved. The milestone hit, the threshold moved. The recognition arrived, the threshold moved. Not because you're failing, because you're submitting evidence to the wrong court. The audit question today applied inward. Who made the story you're running about what your worth requires? Under what conditions was it built? And is the cost of maintaining it one you've consciously chosen or one you've just been playing by default because nobody told you to look behind the surface? Before you can answer any of that honestly, you need an honest read of what the story is currently costing across your whole system. The free synovial space diagnostic at h2pcollective.com gives you an honest snapshot of where you are across all 8 dimensions of your life. But a snapshot on its own is just data. What turns it into a roadmap is the conversation, your goals, your results, and the insight Liz and I bring to both. That's where we find the one change that creates movement everywhere else. Take your goal, start with the diagnostic. That's the first step. Fashion Revolution Day. The question the movement asks about every garment is the same question worth asking about every story you're running about yourself. Who made this? And what did it cost? Watch for the fireflies tonight, the ones generating their own light, independent of anything the external environment provides. That's the goal, not reflected worth, generated worth, from the inside, on your own terms.